Okay, we're opening up the meeting for February 14th, Clinton Parks and Rec Commission, and we'll stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. Everyone have time to review the January 10th, 2024 minutes? They were sent to you. Thanks to all. Any questions, comments,
Motion
changes?
approved.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Ryan second, all in favor? Aye. Okay. Next is Open Space Committee. And Mike can talk about that.
So we had a open space forum last week or the week before. It was very well attended. I think a lot of good ideas came out of that. So at this point, we're now just kind of in the final touches, putting the finishing touches on it.
When's your next meeting?
I got it written down at home. I'm not.
Are those open to everyone? Those?
The meetings, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No more forums, Mike?
No, that was the last one.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was
I
a
know
call.
Mike and myself and John were there. And we did break up into groups, and I know that in my group, there was concern about Vale Street, and I just want to clarify. When you park on Vale Street, they were feeling that the access down to the playground was rough to get down. And it needs to be corrected that that's not an access. You shouldn't be parking on Vale Street. You should need to park in the parking lot. And there's a pathway for accessibility, just so people know, because that was one thing that came up on the forum, and I didn't even think about responding that way because we were talking about so much. So I just want everyone to know that. Okay. Next is Carlisle Park update. And we have,
Go to the last page. of
With
your
Ryan's?
minutes With Brian's, updates.
all right, I'll go over that. So has on his update, Brian, working on pricing on priority list, which is the list we gave him, correct? Okay. And springtime installs, so hopefully something will get started in this spring. And if Parks and Recs wants to pick style of bench / equipment and location of installation, facilities can arrange the installment. So I guess that's something we have to think about doing. Would we like to do that, or we should leave it up to him?
You want me to ask Mackenzie if she can put together maybe 5 different types of benches, and then work with Brian to see like what works with the aesthetics of Carlisle Park, and then maybe narrow it down to 3 to present
Yeah.
to you guys, and then that way
Also
the
location.
background has already been done, and you guys can pick what you want.
Okay. Everyone sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, should I just, okay. Let's go to the next one then, the parks / field signage. I believe we were supposed to check over the wording, last one. I looked at it and I mean, there's so much you can put on a sign, you know, that's too much, but I do have one comment that in that group that I was in, that somebody did make a comment about signage at another park in another town. And they were saying to maybe put a positive spin on some of the signage instead of negative, like she gave an example, be a hero, do your part, leave 0 for like litter. So I don't know if anyone agrees on that, or, you know, to make it as positive as you can.
Instead of just no.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like they're being told less what to do.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think people want to be scolded, so
Right.
figure out a way to list it that it's more of, it's almost their idea. You know, like, why wouldn't I want to keep the park nice? Like, why wouldn't I want to put my trash away? You know, I think you can put a
Mhm.
positive spin so it doesn't seem like you said, oh.
yeah,
No.
okay.
Well,
So anyone else have comments about the signage?
is this specific to just Savage Field or?
No, it's
No.
throughout all the parks and,
Okay,
you know,
so
parking lot.
I was down there the other day, and I noticed, I went over to look at the memorial for Vinny Gareffi, and the sign was kind of falling over, and so I was like, pushed it up a little bit and realized it's not in the ground really at all. And then
Well, we can just report that to Brian.
yeah, and then I was gonna say, I think this is just to Brian, and then on the other side, there was like a couple signs that were just completely faded, like couldn't read it.
That's what we're looking at,
Yeah.
faded ones and stuff, so.
Yeah, so there's definitely a couple,
What?
there's like, I think two or three that are real faded down by the skate park side of Dale Street.
Okay, and I know the skate park is on our
2020.
projected budget, yeah,
Yeah.
coming up, so. But if we can fix the signs in the meantime, we can do that.
Yeah.
So will you let Brian know about?
Yep.
Specifically that area. And then, of course, we were working on the one at Fuller, but I don't know where anywhere else.
I think Mackenzie went around to all the different parks and looked at all the wording and the signage, and so she has an inventory, but of how many signs we would need for each park, and we'll replace all signage so it looks uniform.
Okay.
So we look like we're one sort of cohesive message,
One
and you
department.
know it's like this park is managed by Clinton Parks and Rec instead of Wondering.
Just like one main entity.
Okay, good. Any other comments, questions on that from anyone? Okay, back to facilities update. We already went over Carlisle Park and Brian had some comments about Depot Park. Said that he did a walkthrough with the GCG Associates regarding walkway replacement. He's working on it with Phil Duffy to secure a grant for about $75,000 from the state. Estimate came in at $285,485 to complete everything. It's
So,
there.
where's that?
It's on the last page of your packet. That's including lighting, so that's a big price, but he did comment about lighting being one of the most expensive. And could look to get them out to look at Carlisle Park. Is paving and lighting is a priority. I'm sorry, Depot. No, it
Yeah.
says, it is, let me rephrase that. Could look to get them out to look at Carlisle. Okay, so he wants to take them up there to look at Carlisle Park and give us a better understanding of what we're looking at financially. And then Central Park, he's looking to paint the fountain in the spring, which he's mentioned several times. Christmas lights removed, started spring cleanup, weather permitting. Vale Street, he said the scoreboard for softball field. The beams were installed and the concrete was poured, waiting on weather to mount the scoreboard. And final stage will be electrical hookup to get it operating, hopefully for the spring of 2024. And then he put a note down at the bottom that Parks and Recs can research the use of town ARPA funds for outdoor space improvements. Some towns have used the fund for park and outdoor space upgrades. Has Mackenzie looked into that?
There was an initial round that we weren't a part of the opera requests, and so we put in an opera request for the town for use for CPR dummies and equipment needed so we could do the CPR and first aid classes here. So we haven't heard if we've gotten that. We're waiting to see, because I know the funds have sort of been allocated. They have until December 31st, I believe, to have a contract signed. So we've asked Angela to see if there's extra funds left, could they be allocated towards our possible CPR project? And when Mackenzie read this, she'll go back and ask Angela, and maybe we can come up with some ideas and maybe get some money allocated our way that is unspent.
Okay. So there's no ARPA funds left, you don't think, right now?
Oh, I think there is. I think they're just being allocated, and the town's just trying to figure out where to use them, but other departments have already come asking for what they want, and they've been allocated. So they've been spent, and they've been used for a lot of things to help out other departments, which is great.
Yeah.
Some money that
Could
they
we
would never
use- could
have.
we put into, besides what you said, some money for Carlisle Park, or?
I would say if you're going to, because the priority is those walkways at Carlisle Park,
Mhm.
we're gonna definitely need some funding. I mean, if you're
Right.
looking at 285,000 for
Well, I know
Depot
we're gonna have to go back to the budget, and Mackenzie knew that this wasn't just a one and done deal.
Right.
but maybe some of the ARPA funds could help us.
With
as
that,
well.
yeah, I mean,
It doesn't hurt to ask. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You never know
Right.
what's, you never know. So I put it down in the minutes and I'll talk to Mackenzie tomorrow.
All right,
and ask
thank you.
her.
All right, so that's facilities update, and we're on to Parks and Recreation update, and
So Parks and Recreation update, you have a handout as well as our February and March calendar. So to go through Mackenzie's updates, summer childcare programming. The enrollment is open for summer, we'll call it summer playground, but now we have 3 tiers: summer discovery, which is entering K through grade 2, summer playground, entering grades 3 through 5, and teen adventure, entering grades 6 through 8. We're gonna have the summer discovery down here and the other 2 groups up at the high school. Programming will be more tailored to the age and development of specific groups, and weeks are filling up quickly. Week 5 is already completely full. So it's
I did see her
Awesome.
message on Facebook to.
yeah. So that's been going really well. The summer concert series, we have 12 weeks booked, starts June 18th through I believe like August 27th. We have rain dates for Wednesdays as well. We have, Sterling Street Brewery, the Taco Dude, Taha's Italian Ice, and Fran Flynn scheduled to come each week. They were a big hit last year, so we're bringing them back for this year. The Holiday Pops is scheduled for December 7th, 2024. We're in the process of booking new talent. We have 2 orchestras that we're talking with that will both be fantastic for this event, as well as bringing in some different groups from town to kind of round it out and give it more of a family feel. So it should be a great event. And we had a meeting with the subcommittee earlier this month to debrief last year's concert and start the planning process for 2024. Saturday, June 8th is our 46th annual Daughters Dance, which will be at Central Park. And Friday, June 7th is the Sun Movie Night, which will be back here in Fuller Field. Registration for both those programs is open. Also, Mackenzie's been working on the CES Extended Day program. We're continuing to shadow the current program and to develop our program to begin the next school year. And she has plans to establish a similar program for early middle school students. That's her thought process. Also, we are continuing our toddler stay and play. We ran it for the month of January. It was pretty successful. We'll just do it every Tuesday, 10 to 11:30, and it will just be a donation. So you don't have to sign up. You know, it's an hour and a half, because found the families, like by the time the child gets, settled and is playing with others, it's time to wrap up, and it's no. So we want
Yeah,
them to
I've heard
play
some
and
good things about
interact.
it.
It's fun. I mean, the
Yeah.
kids are having a good time. The parents get to interact with other parents. You get to
Yeah.
meet other people within the community, find out what else is going on in town. It's just a great way to engage with other people.
Okay, thanks.
So those are Parks and Recs updates.
All right, calendar looks good too, like that calendar. All right, that's it for Parks and Rec. Need a motion?
Blue Sox is April 5th.
Oh, Woo Sox is April 5th. Yes, we're doing the town takeover on April 5th. So that's also out in registration.
Is that in the calendar?
It is, it's at the top. It's at the upper right-hand corner.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Okay, motion to adjourn. If anyone doesn't have any other questions, Ryan second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have stopped at 6:45. Oh, okay, we can go right into it. then. Okay, we're opening up February 14, 2024, Fuller Field Commission meeting at 6:45. First is everyone reviewed the minutes from January 10th, 2024. Any questions on that? Concerns? Anything to add or delete? No, it's pretty basic. Acceptance. To approve. All right, Ryan made a motion to approve.
Second.
Joe second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. All right, Fuller Field House Study Review.
If you go to the last page of your packet on behind are all of Brian's updates for Fuller Field.
It's not open.
It should be on the back page. If you go all the way to the last page of your
Sure.
packet. Your minute packet, the packet with the minutes in it.
Yeah. Is that it?
No.
Yeah.
Anyone.
I don't have
Here,
it.
just use now.
Okay. Okay, so the Fuller Field updates, no new update on the heating and restroom repairs that he talked about last time, waiting on the plumber to begin assessment for the below scope, which is on-site visit with the plumber to look at current plumbing and heating. He's gonna provide an estimate with initial assessment to be conducted. And his current plan is get heating restored in the building and restrooms, replace restroom fixtures as needed. Many are in good shape, which is a good thing. Paint and repair any previous structural damage. Get some heating source inside concession stand, where it could be insulated, or it could be an isolated heat unit mounted from the ceiling. And to repair the plumbing to allow hand wash sink and regular sink to be operational. And look to get a price on the window replacement for clubhouse to assist with keeping the heat in, which is all the things he did discuss, which is a good start for that building.
Meeting with him tomorrow.
He's meeting with Anderson's window rep on Thursday, which is tomorrow, 2:15, to get an estimate on the window replacement and getting an estimate to scrape and paint interior of field house. So that's moving along. And then in other items, he talked about the scoreboard, working with the AYF for a new scoreboard for the football field. I believe that one has to come down and a new one has to go up, right? And the stone wall, looking to repair damaged sections this spring. Is that on High Street?
Yeah, right down.
And the ticket booth, paint and reinforce the structures because it's a historical piece, correct?
Yep.
And then discuss with Parks to upgrade current signage, which we are ongoing with that signage too.
Where's the stone wall?
On
It's
High Street,
Oh, right down here.
yeah. Yeah, it needs some repairs. So that's Brian's.
Probably try to get him paint and scraping of that ticket booth along with the inside, just put it all in one.
Right.
So that would look good.
Oh, and when he does the booth, you mean?
When he does cause they're gonna paint and scrape in
Right.
there. Do
Yeah.
it at the same time,
Yeah,
make it a package.
okay. Okay. And the second thing on the agenda was the signage, if not covered during CPR commission meeting, which I think we have talked a lot about that and we can kind of move on.
Yes.
All right, any questions about Fuller Field that we didn't cover that someone wants to talk about? Other than that, we'll have a motion.
Have we gotten any further talks with Neshoba?
We haven't spoken with them again. I can put it in the minutes to ask Mackenzie to reach out.
Yeah, because don't they want to come to, or they have to come to a meeting, or they want to?
I think we requested that, we spoke about in the last meeting that we would like them to come to a meeting to request what they would like to do and then make sure it's sort of cohesive between what field prep and work they'll be doing, what field prep and work our facilities department will be doing. And they seemed willing to do anything. I mean,
Yeah, we should
be
probably.
a good partner to
Yeah, I
have.
was gonna say, I'm looking at it, meeting. Yeah, because
Their
March
AD
starts,
is
our next
Tuesday.
meeting is the 13th of March, so you're right. When do they start baseball, beginning, middle, end of March?
Ask Mackenzie to see if we can get them on the agenda for the March meeting.
Practices will already be going by then, so. Cause first games are.
Well, they haven't torn down the
Yeah,
High
no,
school's still
I'm
up
sorry
now,
about,
yeah.
I'm talking about us, so I don't even know, yeah. They can probably still use that until,
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah.
But
I
if she
would-
could
I would
attend-
think March would be a good time for them to come in.
All right, I'm putting it in my notes
All right,
for March meeting.
good one, Mike. Thank you for that. Good call. Anything else from anyone?
Motion to adjourn?
Okay, motion by Joe, second by Ryan. All in favor?
Aye.
I,
All right, we're ending at
6:51 p.m.
6:51.
6:51